Good morning. So a couple of days ago, I talked about the importance of having a survey. I also recommended somebody for the job. So anyway, I wanted to show you what it looks like because often it's super hard to describe. So I call this, a sketch of the location of your house on that piece of land, which then shows you the boundaries where the property is located, but also it shows you from your fence line to your property line how many feet away typically you would have either an aerial easement or an underground easement. So easements could be anything like utilities, piping, gas, water, electrical cables, and not always do they only feed you property, but they're also connected to your neighbors next to you. So it's important to understand, your boundaries, but also your easements, because if you're thinking about building something more permanent, like an outdoor kitchen or concrete slab or even a pool, you need to know where you can't dig underground and potentially cut any of these, pipings or cables, etc. If you were to build something permanent and the city had to come out and dig it out and destroy it, they're not required to build it back up. Another really important reason to have a survey, especially if you're buying a home and you're being provided a survey that's very old, the survey is going to show you the legal description of the exact location of that property. That legal description then needs to match your title commitment, right? So if, I'm going to exaggerate, but if a tornado came through, destroyed your property, and you had no boundaries, nothing to be able to know where to start rebuilding, then you would refer to your title commitment for the boundaries, because it tells you exactly where on that lot and block your property line belongs, and therefore you would be able to rebuild it on that piece of dirt. In addition to that, there's such thing as encroachments, which means if you're closing on a house and you have an old survey, and let's say your neighbor along the way, changed their fence and they didn't look at their survey, therefore they didn't look at their boundaries, they built their fence into your property line and now they've encroached, and it's been many years since that's happened. You might be purchasing a property where you're getting less land than you believe to be getting. Therefore, you're overpaying for the property because now you're dealing with an encroachment, in which if you didn't purchase the proper coverage with your title commitment, then you could potentially lose thousands of dollars and part of your property land. So anyway, I've made some recommendations on good surveyors that can help you. If you have an old survey, regardless if the title company accepts it and it matches the title, I would still recommend getting a new one. They're only a few $100s, anywhere from like $200 to maybe $450, depending on the size of the property and how far it is. But if you need any help, I'm here to help you. My name is Patty Contrasto. I'm broker at Boxwell Mortgage, and my number is 713-387-9521.